Shaka on the beat, shaka on the beat, shaka on the beat, shaka on the beat,
Alright guys, so welcome back to the channel. Thank you for hanging out, spending a few moments here with me. Now today what I want to do is talk to you about why you should consider dropping a cam in your 392 and doing a naturally aspirated build as opposed to going down the forced air route. Now, the bulk of the 392s that are featured up on my channel have some kind of a forced air setup in place, whether that's a centrifugal force blower or a twin turbo. The results are very impressive. A stock 392 puts down about 420, 430 wheel horsepower. And with 6-7 pounds of boost, depending on the setup that you go with and the tuner and everything, you can kind of pencil in about 170 to 180 wheel horsepower gain, which would put you in the ballpark of about 600 wheel horsepower. Now, there are some results that are better, some that are a little bit worse, but that is the ballpark of what you can kind of expect. Now, there's two drawbacks to doing forced air. Number one is it's not really recommended for a stock 392 to run any more than 6-7 pounds of boost. If you want to run more, you're going to have to forge the bottom end. You're going to have to crack open that engine, drop in some new pistons, etc. The other thing that's a downside is the cost of forced air. It's about $6,500 to $7,500 for a setup, and then you have to pay for installation and dyno tuning. Now, the other option that you have in place would be doing an NA build. And out of factory, the 392 is one of the best engines that you could get your hands on if you decided to do a naturally aspirated build. The compression is super high, much higher than any other Hemi. The pieces that are in place complement a naturally aspirated build. So you can drop a cam, put some long tube headers on there, and see some real significant gains. Now, like I said before, the stock 392 puts down 420 to 430 wheel horsepower, and take a look at what it's capable of doing with long tube headers and a cam.
That is stock intake manifold still, and pump gas.
Now, I think that those are extremely impressive results, and I want to give a shout out to Mack Built. His YouTube channel is going to be in the description. You know, seeing a cammed 392 with long tube headers up on the dyno, putting those kind of numbers up on the board is certainly impressive. And it just goes to show that to make real power, you do not need forced air. You're going to be spending a whole lot less money to get to certain levels. Now, you know, for those of you that want to take it up to that next level, you could always do a stroker kit. A lot of guys go with a 426, so they'll have a cammed, you know, 392 with long tube headers, and then put that stroker kit on there for an additional, you know, 50, 60 wheel horsepower. You could probably even squeeze out more power depending on the tuner and everything. Most guys end up doing a conservative tune. This way it's not too much on their, you know, transmission and their diffs and everything like that. But the point is the 392 has a great starting point for a naturally aspirated build, and with those pieces in place, you know, 550 wheel horsepower is easy, okay? And that would put you in the 600 plus crank horsepower ballpark. You take a 392 quarter mile time, you're probably stock, you know, mid to low 12s. You put a radial on there, you're high 11s. You know, you drop a cam, long tube headers, drag radials. You know, you're flirting now with low 11s, high 10s. And that's certainly impressive if you ask me, for the amount of money that you spend, for the performance that you've gained. I think it's pretty awesome. So guys, let me know what you think in the comments below. There's always a ton of guys out there that are looking to, you know, modify their Scatpacks and their 392s. And I really just wanted to bring awareness that you could do really awesome stuff, naturally aspirated, and you could get yourself really nice times in the quarter mile doing so.